up.
Woot!
There we go.
Oh, we're streaming!
Yeah! And
YouTube doesn't register that it started yet.
yeah,
That's
here
because
we
it
go.
has to go through Tennille's computer, like, multiple
We'll
times.
just have to wait.
Tennille Flowers is live.
Yeah.
Bullshit.
Alright, I had to turn off sound immediately because suddenly I had so many repeat noises.
Oh yeah.
Oh, it's a little pumpkin.
Yeah. That's the extent
Oh
of
my
my
God.
warm-up drawing for today.
I should have requested Pumpkin from Steven Universe.
Aw, that was cute.
That
I mean,
was
I
great.
Change my
requested
request.
it
Do that.
Does that work?
Sorry, go ahead. I was just making a joke. I talked over someone, I think.
I don't know. I'm very awkward all the time.
Hi everyone in chat.
Turtle. Does everybody know the awkward turtle? Did anyone else do that in school? Where you like put your hands on top of each other and wiggle your thumbs so it looks like a turtle swimming away?
Oh no.
Yes.
I have never heard of that.
I've done that.
Awkward
That like a new kid thing?
turtle swimming fast. Like, alright, things just got weird. Except you do it with a hand motion and it's extra cute and fun.
Sweet.
Oh, Tennille did do a September stream, because I think I actually was here for that for once.
Oh, huh. I like that totally, like, at least for me, I like totally missed that. I don't know.
I'm trying to decide where to start.
Like a random wheel thing. Jeez.
That's a rough choice.
Oh wait, okay, so there's one.
Ah, and there's a Drac. Hello,
Hello.
Drac.
I
Hello.
had to deal with my electricity for a bit.
Oh no.
Oh no, indeed.
Okay. I went to a random number generator, and we're gonna do Ray of Sunshines first.
Cool.
Okay. So how have your guys' weeks been?
Exhausting.
Yeah, it was like a long week for everyone.
Yeah, same.
We've gotten like so much more homework in school now because we're like all in 8th grade and they're not
Midterms,
used to it,
too.
and it's like scary. So I haven't gotten a lot of time to like relax.
You'll get there.
Yeah, school's been a pain.
Oh yeah, definitely.
One day you'll reach the point where you're juggling 2 research projects and writing manuscripts for both, and it feels normal.
Oh boy.
And you know, and you're just like, yeah, I just work in my free time, and then I just slave away at the rest. No, it's fine. I actually really like what I do, so that's probably why it's not as difficult, because I like what I like what I draw and what I do, or like what I work on.
Just thinking, oh boy, what fun. Can't wait.
Doing a lot of like history and culture stuff in school, and it's interesting. I just really wish that like we didn't have so much stuff to do at night.
Yeah, how many hours of homework do you think you have a night?
It's definitely a lot less than normal schools. It's probably like around 2 hours, but maybe like less sometimes. But for my school, that's a lot.
Yeah, that's
so.
pretty significant comparatively, because like you said, you just hit 8th grade, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. Oh, that's. I understand why you're feeling that way. That's a bit significant. For
On top of 8 hours of regular school.
yeah.
Yeah. And compared to last year of like half an hour to 40 minutes of homework, it's a lot. But it's worth it because you're learning stuff. You can get a proper education. Yay!
Yeah! I mean, you'll at least learn better time management. Like, there are lots of adults that don't understand time management. Oh no, bless you, Tina. It sounded like a sniz.
It was a sniz.
Oh no.
Bless.
I felt that way too. But mine's probably more allergies.
I'm going to be a horrible influence right now, but in school I always never studied. I did all my homework, but like, I never understood people who were like, oh man, I was up all last night studying, and I'm just like, what? You study?
No, I never studied either. I still don't study like some people studied in school, and I don't think it's healthy how most people study. Most people staying up all night studying, it's actually not healthy.
Well, yeah, because like from what I gather, most people like just cram. Like they just try and cram all the knowledge into their brain, and then like as soon as they take a test, all of that leaves. But to me, school is always about like how well do you retain knowledge. So I don't like. Obviously, I didn't study because I'm lazy, and I probably should have studied. But like to me, it was always kind of like, why bother studying if I don't know the material anyway? Like I'd rather be tested on what I retained in the classroom than because that means that like I'm most likely going to remember it and all that.
Yeah. You know, if some people don't necessarily learn it the first time around in the classroom, I'm taking cognition and memory right now, so like I'm learning about how people learn.
Yeah, since you know psychology, you would be able to speak more about this.
Yeah, so like it's really interesting because people simply reading the information and trying to memorize it. And you hear this all the time from people, but it's actually legitimately the worst way to ever learn anything. If you want to remember something, you have to make connections. That's why all those weird like SAT flashcards have funny pictures on them, because you're going to possibly remember that picture more because it stands out. You know, in relating things to stuff you already know is the best way to retain something. So like that's why there are prerequisites for classes too, because if you've taken bio and you understand the basic stuff of like cellular respiration or something, like you can better understand how things move around in the brain and for neurotransmitters and action potentials. So I probably talked over a lot of people's heads there, but but the more stuff you can relate to it, the better. So if you can even just compare these things to other work, you're already doing stuff better. Like if you think about, you know, if you were trying to study how a tree grows and you think about layering things on top of one another, you don't go back and like a tree. Fun fact, the outside of a tree is actually dead. So the part that you're touching on a tree is usually dead already. It's not technically alive. If you think about how but it still supports the rest of the tree. It's really cool. But if you think about how, if you wanted to relate it to art, if you think about how you layer something, like only what's your top layer, your most recent work, is what you can change. The rest of it's already done.
The rest of it's dead.
The rest of it's dead, but it's still a support work for what you're doing.
Right.
So that's like a way to make a connection to remember something.
Yeah. Well, and it's funny you mentioned that because that's usually how I remember things too. Is I directly relate it to something else.
Exactly, and that's the better way to learn. And if you can make more of those kinds of connections, the better. It's more retrieval pathways, but like you'll read all the time that like doing something that's elaborative, where you make new things out of it, you're usually going to remember the content in a meaningful way for a lot longer.
Interesting. Yeah, and it's also interesting because now I'm thinking back on all the like play productions and stuff I did in high school. And for that was all like cramming kind of study, you know? You just like you look at the lines and you memorize it. And you know, there's not a single line from a single play I could tell you. Because like I was in so many and like I don't remember any of that.
I remember one line in particular. Let me speak to the wizard.
Let me speak to the wizard.
The most generic line of all. Let me speak to the wizard.
It could basically be from like anything at this point in time.
Yeah. So learning stuff for plays is often like that's why practice is so much better for a play, because instead you have the experiences in your memory to lean back on for that practice.
Yeah, I know so many times there would be moments where you know, like we'd get to like the actual performance day or like the dress rehearsals, and by the time we get to that point, it's not even a matter of trying to remember what my next line is. It's trying to remember how I feel about how the characters are talking to me and falling into that character, because if I can remember how I feel about how they're speaking, even though we've done this so many times, it still stays fresh because that emotion is what's fueling my own character
to begin with,
and letting me know what line is coming next, because I'll know, because of the memory of doing it all those times, that this line is coming because that's my response.
Yeah,
it's really fun. Like, yeah, because I remember one time I got a little caught up in finding it fun being tied up and dragged along, because these were my friends and I was like, this is so funny to me. And so my next line came out really rushed and small because I was like, oh shit, I was smiling and I was like, it was like no one understood what I said. The rest of the performance was like my best performance, but yeah, like keeping in mind that emotion usually helps you like go through things. So that's like the interesting parts of things. We also learned about how actually, it's funny they brought up emotion, because we actually learned about how your mood and having your mood be the same as when you learned the information
helps you
like if you're in the same mood as that, yeah, you remember it better and the time. So that's why they tell you to test or study in an environment similar to your testing environment. Or if you're about to go into an exam, you know, you can actually improve how you're performing if you think about and imagine the environment you were studying in.
Yeah.
It's really cool.
Well, class was really interesting today.
I would love to hear about it.
I came to a Patreon call and said I got to learn. That was amazing.
Oh, that's the class you're talking about. Oh.
Oh. Awkward turtle.
I mean, it was though. It was actually interesting, like 30 tips.
No, well, thank you.
I love learning, man.
Yeah.
I just went on this rant about how, you know, like, screw studying. But, like, honestly, I'm one of those people that if school didn't cost thousands of dollars, I would probably, like, be a school jumper and just, like, I want to learn about this now.
That's a part of why I want to go to grad school, because then I can maybe teach, and when I teach, I get to, like, learn other things from students and stuff. Like, I want to teach, but I want to teach in college because I want to also research on the side and develop new knowledge.
Right.
Hello?
Hello.
Yeah. Hello?
Hello?
Oh well. But there was nobody to LOL back to.
Woo, what's this?
Ooh. Ooh.
How do you say those things ever? I never quite get it.
What do you mean? Like,
You take your shame outside of your body and you put it in a little corner and you just stay right there.
Just stay right there. You're not gonna like what happens next.
Yeah. Better yet, close your eyes. Turn around. Don't look at me.
Oh, sorry.
I think I haven't drawn an Inktober yet today, so now I think I'm gonna have to draw Awkward Colonel. I'm gonna draw both the hand gesture and then
Amazing.
a little like what am I thinking? Caricature. There we go.
Nice.
Oh man, I was supposed to draw today. But all I
Hey,
did
it's
was
not
move
too
the sketch
late.
over.
Yeah, it ain't too late for Inktober Day 5.
I've been doing most of my Inktober stuff at like 10 o'clock at night. So I only have
That's when
like
I
an
start to
hour and a
draw.
half to do it, and it sucks.
I'm just working on like an own personal sketch, and all I succeeded in doing was adding 2 lines and stopping.
I didn't even fool myself this month. I was like, ha, you're not doing Inktober.
See, but that makes sense. You do a lot already in terms of art.
Yeah.
Like, you're fine. You're doing a lot of other projects. Like, I haven't drawn in like consistently in so long, so I'm challenging myself to do this because I want to start drawing again.
Oh my gosh, I want to give you guys a sneak peek of the next Drawing a Blank episode so bad, but I'm not gonna.
Just send it on the Discord. No one else
Oh,
will
that's an
know.
excellent idea. People in chat won't see it.
Nerds.
I'm a genius.
You gotta be a part of the cool club.
Wait, nobody told me.
Everyone give
The Big
money.
Friendship Club.
Wow.
Didn't you know, kids, friendship can be bought? For the low, low price of $1 a month, you can be Tennille Flowers' friend.
No.
There we go.
Dying Squirtle.
No!
Oh, yes! I literally just finished the entire season last night, okay?
Nice.
I've only seen like 5 episodes. I've only like, but no.
I just was gonna watch the first 2, and then suddenly it was 10:30 and I'd watched the whole season.
Honestly, that's a mood.
I'm so ready for season 2, but it's not coming out, is it?
No, it just got confirmed.
Oh, I just meant it's not coming out soon.
Oh yeah, well, season 2 just got confirmed that it's coming, which is
Well,
awesome.
good. Everyone should go watch
Instantly.
that show. Nobody in the chat knows what I'm talking about, but everyone should go watch that show.
We're talking about the Dragon
I'm
Prince.
Everyone should go watch The Dragon Prince.
Yes.
Now. And
Beautiful. It's wonderful. I love it.
let
I really
Netflix
like-
have your money for that, because I want the budget to increase and then to be able to make smoother animations, because honestly, it's so beautiful. It's so beautiful as it is. Just imagine if they had a slightly higher budget.
Oh my god, that would be like the greatest. Yeah, I need to
Then the live
like
action
finish watching it.
comes out.
No, 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 too soon, too soon.
What? What's too soon?
He said, and then just wait for the live action to come out.
God, no. Speaking of which, can we all talk about how crap it is that Avatar is getting a live action adaptation?
Wait.
Got excited.
I don't want it. I don't want it.
Wait, since when?
Oh, it got announced, I think about a week ago now.
I didn't know.
Yeah, Last Airbender. And
Creators
like,
working on it?
Mike and Brian are working on it, but
I don't want it. I don't care. I don't want it. Unless they fix Sutara, I don't want it.
Oh, trust me, they will not fix Zutara.
I know they won't.
Because Mike and Brian hate
Are the ones who
Zutara.
existed in it in the first place?
Wow, high expectations.
I don't want it. I'm so scared. I didn't even try to watch the Full Metal movie because I was like, this is no.
Oh, the Full Metal movie's pretty bad.
That has to be a disaster because there's so much. The original writer of the manga did such clean writing for the plot that you really can't just shorten it.
Well, that's why. Okay, and I'm gonna say something like super controversial here, but that's why I just can't get into the original Full Metal Alchemist.
No, that's totally fair.
Because I started by watching Brotherhood, so I know how the story is supposed to be.
Right. So when I watched Full Metal, I watched original first. I watched it all the way through because I was just like, no, I'm curious about this. I just want to watch it through. And then I watched Brotherhood, and I think seeing the first 20 episodes of original helped in terms of getting into Brotherhood, because Brotherhood really condensed some of those initial plot points into smaller episodes because it came out so soon after original. And I think it's worth your time, but only if you're going to watch it all the way through as your first thing. Because there's nothing that compares to the manga's full original plot. Nothing.
Right. And it's if I want to experience Full Metal in any other way, I'll just read the manga. Because we have it. I just haven't read it.
Same. I had my mom buy me the entire collection for Christmas in a nice, pretty box, and I haven't touched it. That's a lie. I did read the first volume, but I haven't had a chance to touch the rest of it. But yeah, no, Full Metal's plot is just the cleanest plot I have ever seen, and nothing will ever compare.
It's so good. And unfortunately, it was one of the first anime I ever watched. And I was like, oh man, anime's cool. And then now I'm like, oh man, everything's so disappointing by comparison.
It's true. It's true. I need to.
About Cowboy Bebop. That one was good.
Yeah, Cowboy Bebop's good.
I've never seen Cowboy Bebop, but I haven't. I'm so lazy.
It's a good time.
I haven't watched all the way through, but I know that it's pretty good. Trigun is also good.
Yeah.
I've heard of Trigun.
Steins Gate is a bit of a convoluted mind twist, but it's good.
Yeah, that's another one I've heard of. I've heard of all these, and I'm like, I should watch those at some point. But I'm lazy and can't finish anything, so I never will.
I keep recommending Gekkan Shoujo Nozaki-kun to everyone. Both the manga and the anime, because the anime was really cute and fun, and it's more just a fun, lighthearted romp. But if you read the manga, things just get even funnier. It's just, I don't know how else to explain it. It's just so funny. And it's so cute and pure, and I love the characters, so I keep recommending it. It's also known as Monthly Girls Nozaki-kun. I realize I said the Japanese name.
One of the only anime I really remember watching, Sword Art Online, and I've heard that so many people hate SAO, they don't even talk about the fact that I enjoyed watching it 3 times. Well,
no, it's okay to enjoy it. I just don't think the plot's the cleanest. I'm not gonna shame you for enjoying it, though.
Yeah, the plot's really messy. I really, this April, I actually really wanted to, rewrite the plot to make it have more sense and, use some of the plot points that were there, but could have been, should have been used more, in my opinion, at least. And then I gave up after, 2 sentences of writing.
The thing I know about Sword Art Online is the abridged version. And that's it.
That's the only thing I know about Yu-Gi-Oh!
Same though.
No shame. That's the only thing I know is the abridged version on YouTube.
Like nothing here.
I know the abridged versions of like any anime, but I haven't watched the originals.
I think the main three I've watched are Hetalia, which is questionable in quality, I think. Around High School Host Club.
Questionable.
It's like not the best thing ever, but I've got a soft spot for it because it was like the first one I ever watched, and I love France too much. But
No such thing.
I watched France is my boy. He's a sweetheart, I promise. Real indicative of my character tastes now, I think. But there's Ouran High School Host Club.
Ouran is such a fun rom.
Fun. It's just so much fun. My brother hates it on the purpose of it's pink and got cherry blossoms, so obviously it's bad. And I'm like, I will strangle you. Seriously, that's his reasoning. I'm like, go back to Call of
Someone's
Duty.
insecure with femininity.
The last anime I saw was Free Iwatobi Swim Club. So
Oh, I know I watched a few episodes of that.
it was beautiful. It was about friendship, I swear.
I should give Free a chance because I keep seeing it around, and I just never picked it up.
When it first came out, I watched like several of the episodes, and I like because I always kept forgetting the name of it. I just called it the gay swimming anime. So
Oh, that one. Okay, yeah.
yeah.
Tino's like, wait, I'm lost, and just never said anything.
Yeah. And like the other one I've watched more times than I can count is Baccano, because I just love it so much. Just way too much.
I don't know that one.
It's like set in America in like the 1930s, but there are immortals and mafias running around, and there's like 3 plots, and it jumps between all of them, but it still makes sense. And it's like an ensemble cast, and it's hard to talk about without spoiling it, but I think it's great.
It's not Durarara, is it?
Durarara.
I
I've
think it's
watched
made
that one.
by the same person. I'm not sure.
It just sounded really similar to Durarara because I know Durarara has all the interweaving plots.
Yeah.
And I've only watched
think-
like season 1 of Dur. I'm gonna call it Dur from now on because I can't say Durarara.
That
I've heard of that one.
Oh my god.
Yeah, I think Baccano is made by the same author. I swear I remember hearing that. But the Baccano anime, I just like it so much because so many of the characters are so likable. Even a guy who literally enjoys murdering people is just fun to watch on screen. It is really bloody though. It's 18. It's 18. Pretty warning.
Whatever floats your boat.
Along
Like-
the same lines, Gurren Lagann and Kill la Kill are both really good, but like super intense, and not in like the gory graphic kind of way, although kind of in the graphic way. But just like everybody's very extreme, and it's a show that knows it's animated. So yeah.
So fun happens because, yeah, that makes sense.
And they're shows that I really like, but like if I go and watch them, it's like, alright, I can only watch 1 or 2 episodes at a time, and then I cannot take any more.
Yep,
Hey, guys.
Hands. What up?
Hello.
Hey. Oh,
I just caught the tail end of the Gurren Lagann conversation.
Yeah.
I tried really hard to watch that one.
That
I've seen a couple
one, you
episodes of
really
that.
have to get quite a ways into it before it's good. And I know
Like,
for some people that's like obviously like a big turnoff, but it is worth it in the end, I think.
I
You
heard
kind of
the
have to
second
literally get to the
series.
halfway point before it gets good.
Yeah, like I heard that there was like a second season that's super good. But I think somewhere around the 3rd or 4th episode, the animation quality just tanked out.
Oh, yeah, if I remember, it is like the 3rd or 4th episode that's like one
Just
of
random
the
as
worst. Yeah.
And I think that's about when I was like, I don't know if I want to dedicate my time and attention to this show anymore.
Yeah. Yeah, unfortunately, like I said, you've got to get to the halfway point of the show before you're like, oh, okay, I'm real invested now.
Yeah,
and
like now we're
that's
doing
not
something.
a good thing, but it is a thing.
Like, if people have the patience, that's good for them.
Mm-hmm.
I don't, though.
Yeah, no, I would not blame anyone for not having the patience for it. And Kill la Kill is pretty similar because while I think starts off better,
what the heck was Kill la Kill even?
Yeah. It's like while it starts off better, it is just so intense all the time.
And just weird as heck.
I've heard that Madoka Magica is good, but I have yet to try it. I've heard that it kills your soul too, because, you know.
I mean, it does. I really like it, but it's definitely something you kind of have to be in the mood for.
Fair. Yeah.
Like, I think it's freaking great, but also it kind of started a trend that I'm not super into. So, Winnie, stop playing with the box. I have the mic in a box on the bed so it doesn't topple over, and Winnie just wants to play with the box.
They'll play with the box if they want to play with the box.
No, Win, stop.
It's okay, Winnie, we love you anyway.
Winnie, like, thinks this is her show, her microphone.
Problematic.
Winnie is problematic, like...
Call out post.
She's a problematic that I live with.
Call out post, my cat is a problem.
Like, she's over a year old and she still acts like, you know, which is adult for a cat, and she still acts like a teenager, so...
Oh yeah, Peridot is the same. Like, she is a kitten at heart.
I feel like if we have Peridot and Winnie in the same room, it would just be an utter disaster.
My
Peridot's
boyfriend's
an utter
family...
disaster by herself.
True. Based on what I know, true.
Yeah.
My boyfriend's family has has 2 cats, and one of them is named Merlin, and he lives up to the name. He never quite learned. He never quite got over the stray thing of like, food is scarce. I need food.
Oh yeah.
And so he eats everything. But like, he's always been able to get into stuff. Like, he figured out how to open the door in the bathroom and get out constantly when they needed to like shut him away so he wouldn't eat the other cat's food. And he also likes to jump off of the cat tree and onto your shoulder and then like knead on your shoulder, except sometimes he forgets he has claws. And he's just a mess. One time he ate a bunch of marshmallows.
Oh no!
Except he just stuffed all of them in his mouth in one big scoop, and then chewed for a moment. Like, this is so yummy. And then he was like, I can't do anything with this. It's too much because it was all like sticking. And he just opened his mouth like, blah. Let it all drop.
Oh,
So what you're saying is that he failed a chubby bunny.
Yes. He epically failed a chubby bunny.
I'm starting to recognize some of these characters that are being requested.
Huh.
That's exciting.
Yeah.
It's like the first one you were drawing, like, is one that I vaguely recognize, and I'm like, yeah, that's familiar. Yeah.
Who are you drawing right now?
Yeah.
I am drawing Cindernose.
Yeah, I like Cinder's color palette. It reminds me of Dawn Feather.
Yeah.
It's not the same, but it reminds me of that.
Yep.
Which one's Dawn Feather?
She's from Star Clan Battles.
Well,
she
Black
hasn't
Sun.
been introduced yet. Oh, Black Sun Wars. Yeah.
Yeah.
I haven't got
She's
there.
from the
I
Star
still need to
Clan
keep
Cats
reading it.
Club in the Black Sun time arc. In the Black Sun arc. There we go.
Yeah.
Eventually, I will actually read all of that. Probably a good part of it this month because I've almost finished every book that I needed to read for my review series this month. Because I picked a bunch of like short children's books.
Oh, bless.
Like I did, children's books, quote unquote. The Plucker is definitely not a children's book. There's a good 5 or 6 F-bombs in that thing.
It can be a children's book if you try hard enough.
Like, it's styled after one, because it's fairy tale based, but at the same time, there's like 6 F words in it, so. And a lot of guts and gore. So, not for kids. But kind of simple like that, and like not very long. Like, everything I've read this month has not been very long. So, I'm almost done with everything, and we're 5 days in.
Awesome.
I think the longest book I've read so far is Coraline, which took me like an hour.
Ooh, I'll be interested to hear your thoughts on that one.
Yeah, we're gonna do the movie as well. So that'll be fun.
Nice.
The movie gave me, like, nightmares when I was younger. I couldn't get through it.
Dude, Coraline is intense.
All the Leica films.
Like, I feel like the movie is less intense than the book, because at least in the movie she has Wybie to kind of help her out. And in the book she's got nobody.
Yeah.
Because Wybie, there's the cat, but the cat, like, shows up twice to be an asshole.
Oh.
But yeah, like, the boy that helps her out in the movie was a movie invention, so...
Well, this will be very interesting then.
Yeah, I've heard a couple of different people talk about the differences between the book and the movie. And it's always amazing how, like, every single time I hear it talked about, people always feel very strongly but have different opinions. Like, I don't hear people like, oh, you know, like, it was alright, or it's like either I hate Wybie and what, they ruined the book, or the movie did better and, like, by introducing this character.
I mean, I really like both versions, and I think that they kind of set out to do different things, and they do those things really well.
Yeah.
They're just different. Because, like, I really like the themes of the movie and how a lot of the more minor characters are portrayed in the movie. And then with the book, it's Neil Gaiman, and the way he writes is just so fun.
Yeah.
Like, I feel like my writing style, especially for Alice, kind of took more after Neil Gaiman's writing. So, like, I think they're both enjoyable. So maybe I'm like the minority of people who actually like both of them.
Well, we'll get a more nuanced opinion.
Also, the movie, like, came out on my birthday one year, so...
So a little bit of bias?
Little bit. We went and saw it in theaters, and my parents didn't like it.
Yeah, not terribly surprised by that.
No.
Parents not liking it.
And then, let's see, I only have one more book to read for this month, and it's Something Wicked This Way Comes.
Oh.
Which we'll also be discussing the movie of.
Right.
And I'm really interested to see how that's different.
Yeah, that'll be cool. Sorry, I'm doing some shading, so I am not as active right now.
Yeah, I'm working on a print, and does anyone have advice for not freaking out about prints?
No.
Because, like, I've done, like, 2 or 3 different variations of this now, and I'm on to, like, basically I've decided to not make it a group shot and just do 4 individual ones of each character, because I feel like that's easier. But I'm still freaking out about making it look good enough to be a print, and it's making me actively do worse. How do I stop?
Usually my only solution to that is to put it down and come back to it later. Because you need to, like, clear your head.
My other advice would be just to remember that it's a project. It's more important that it gets finished than it gets perfected.
Right.
That's very true, yeah. Both of you are good points on that.
But yeah, stepping away from it is definitely a good idea. Also, I'm going to warn you guys, I've never drawn a turtle before. This is bad.
You can do it. They're just turtles.
Yeah, well, I am doing it, and it's okay, but it's bad.
You could always draw Sheldon the dinosaur who thinks he's a turtle.
Maybe another day. Yeah, I've got this turtle, and I've got a reference, and I'm not sticking to it very closely because it's Inktober, and the main point of this is just getting me to draw. So, it's a bit weird.
What?
But I also drew the hands, and I'm also not good at hands, so like it's just gonna be a not so good one, and that's okay. I can accept that.
You're getting practice in, so
exactly.
Any practice is good.
Agreed.
I have not drawn consistently in so long. It's really nice.
Also, sorry, person in the chat who thinks this is a warrior stream.
Not rip.
It's not.
How about them warrior?
What if we got over now?
Alright, guys?
How do you learn anime and children/horror books?
What?
Does that not cover our list?
So far. Speaking of warriors, though, Crowfeather's Trial.
Damn, right?
I have only read
but I don't
like
mind
maybe
being
5
spoiled.
pages, and damn.
Like, honestly, it's one of my favorite super editions of Benedict. I've always liked Crowfeather, so that's probably it.
I'm like
writing
the Crowfeather stan.
Janelle really is. Calling it out. She can't hide.
Like, I was afraid at first. I was petrified. Thought that I could never. Anyway.
I saw that coming a mile away.
But no, it like ended up being really freaking good. So, or at least it is so far. Everyone's saying it's super good, so I'm hyped for it because so far I'm really liking it.
I like the whole idea of him asking Nightcloud to be pity mates with him.
And then Nightcloud's like, I'm old and I supported Mudclaw, so
Hey,
I'm excited to see what happens with Breeze Pelt, because I hear that Breeze Pelt is like believably done as far as getting a redemption, sort of.
To an extent.
Yeah.
I have a couple of complaints about the book, and if I get around to doing a review of it, I'll definitely talk about it. But I think all the character arcs are believably done. My main issue with it, though, is that it kind of turns both Crowfeather and Breeze Pelt into more boring characters as a result.
I can
kind
see
of
that.
strips them of their personality.
Yeah, I can see. We'll see how we go. Anywho, place your bets now. What comes out first? Simi Speaks on Crowfeather's Trial or Hawkwing's Journey?
I feel attacked.
That was an attack, yeah.
Like, I knew it was coming, too. I'm like, oh god, she's gonna say it.
As your friend, I am obligated to harass you just a little bit.
Yeah.
In the hopes that it will motivate you. Because I really want to hear your thoughts on Hawkwing's Journey stuff.
Well, see, and here's the thing, is, like, I really want to work on that video, but, like, the perfectionist side of me has also decided that I want to do it like I did Tall Star's Revenge, and animate some scenes from the book, and so that's kind of what's slowing that whole process down.
See, that adds like even a further layer of excitement because now it's like, what scenes is she gonna animate? There's so many.
That was a really good part of the Tallstar's Revenge.
Yeah, that was so cool.
But I feel like you did it only because you really enjoyed it.
Yeah, well, and I enjoyed Hawkwing's journey just as much, which is why I want to give it the same treatment.
Yeah.
I hope that my light roasting isn't like discouraging you or getting annoying, and if it is, just
no, it's not. Honestly, no, it's fine. It's always encouraging to hear that people are still interested, and that it's not like, oh well, you know, she said she was gonna do that Hawkwing's journey thing, but like that hasn't happened, so I guess we'll just drop it. Like, oh,
it's the Warriors fandom. We get around to everything eventually.
Yeah, exactly.
Also, your curly paw design was so freaking cute.
I love curly paw.
Oh, I forgot about what the design looked like.
It looks like Bubbles to me. Like it's just a very bubble-looking cat to me.
Oh, I think I remember this now. Oh my gosh, yes. Such a sweet Bob.
You know what? I'm calling it now. Curly Paw's warrior name, Curly Bubble. What the heck's a Curly Bubble? I don't know.
I don't know. But that's it.
It's
I mean,
Bubble.
SkyClan would do it.
Yeah,
SkyClan would absolutely do it. I don't think the bubble hasn't been used more as like a River Clan name.
Oh, it's a friend.
What's a friend?
Oh my gosh.
Oh,
I'm throwing some of the Hawkwing art.
Oh yeah. Oh, she's got the curl ears.
Precious.
Yes. American Curl.
Here, and there's some of my other designs and stuff I'm working on.
Oh.
I saw your Hawkwing design stuff, and I really love it. I really love it. He looks like a big buff boy, but also a dope.
Yeah.
He's a little dopey.
I think it's like that, like really big jowl with like the kind of smaller on the top.
Yeah.
Kind of point.
Yeah.
Oh, that's cute.
Okay, but while we're discussing Hawkwing's journey, though, cover your ears, chat. Spoilers incoming. Billy Storm, though.
Oh
yeah, I know. My heart.
I was not expecting to have feelings.
No kidding. I was like, Billy Storm, and then like by the middle of the book, Billy Storm.
I didn't think they were gonna do that, which is basically Hawkwing's journey in a nutshell.
Yeah. I always loved Billy Storm, so like I was really, really upset because I always loved Billy Storm. Because I was one of the few people that actually read SkyClan's Destiny because I just wanted more Leaf Star content.
You have such strength.
I mean, same to be honest. Like
honestly, I read through it hoping they would get somewhere, and it really didn't. I liked the end message, but it definitely didn't need to take an entire Super Edition to get there.
See, one of my big criticisms of Firestar's quest was that I didn't feel like enough of the SkyClan cats got fleshed out enough. So SkyClan's Destiny basically just being a book to develop these background characters was exactly what I wanted. I didn't care.
That's definitely what it was. It's true. Yeah.
I was just like, let me just see Leafstar interacting with her clanmates, and that's literally the only thing I want.
Yeah, that was good. I did enjoy that.
I haven't read any of those books, but I love Leafstar in the new series.
Yeah!
So done.
I just love Leaf Star
with everyone.
I just love Leaf Star in general. She's always been awesome. I just love her.
Yeah,
I love her warrior name possibly a little more. She was Leaf Dapple, and I just adored it. Anyway, continue, sorry.
Leaf Dapple's a great name. But no, I love how she immediately, like, she comes into the clans, and, like, how the writers have her so that she's trying to, like, process how the clans work, and, like, all the politics and relationships and stuff. And, like, I always imagine her whenever other clan leaders are talking and stuff, she's just, like, slowly sipping tea off to the side, like,
I see.
Yeah, I see.
She's just analyzing and observing and going, wow.
And the, like,
these guys
hardcore judging.
I will say, though, I am so glad that SkyClan came to the lake after Firestar died, because could you imagine if they got there when he was still there?
Oh my god, yes.
Like,
me
that would have
too.
just changed everything about how
there
SkyClan
would have been
interacts.
yeah, SkyClan would have been like worshipping ThunderClan, and it would have been bad. I mean, they kind of already do, but not to the same extent.
Yeah, like, they're still kind of about Brambleclaw because they don't know him. Like, he doesn't mean anything to them.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Versus they pretty well hero worship. I mean, a lot of cats hero worship Firestar, but they especially, like, based their whole life on his teachings pretty well. He's basically
Jesus.
The Autumn thing, sipping her tea, watching these other clans savages.
It's true, though. It's true.
Hey,
The Raging Storm comes out for everyone.
Hey, Wolf Whistle. Does Cindernose have any markings on this half of her face? Do you have another reference picture?
She's mostly symmetrical. I'm not very creative.
Okay,
Oh,
okay.
dang.
That's all I needed to know.
Oh
The
my
chat's
god.
coming out, though. Kazuyoshi says Brambleclaw means nothing to pretty much everyone.
Oh! That's the tea! I love it!
I mean, it's not wrong.
Yeah.
Who even is?
Squirrelfly.
Bramblestar? I don't know him.
Bramblestar? Who's
I'm
that?
sorry, I only... Squirrel Star? Is that what you said? Yes. Yes.
Blackberry Star? Who is that?
Oh, man.
Some of the translated names are just priceless.
Yeah.
Leaf Star
Oh
more
my
like P
God.
Star. Thank you, Ray of Sunshine, for that one.
Lovely.
Alright, someone says, who likes any of the Crowfeather ships? And I gotta say, now that I'm writing Crowpaw, I like all of them. I used to not
Well,
like
yeah,
any of
like-
them, and now I'm like, they all make sense.
Yeah, they... You know,
They do.
all of his relationships get a lot of hate, but, like, they make who he is as a character. And each relationship says so much about who he is. And so many times in Warriors, you don't get that. Relationships are just like, oh wow, I think you're hot.
Honestly, that's kind of why I like Tigerheart Shadow, which I know is like controversial opinion in
love
the
Tigerheart
fandom,
Shadow.
but like I don't remember anything about Tigerheart and Devling's relationship in Omen of the Stars.
There's not much to remember.
But
It might
they're
as-
really cute in Tigerheart Shadow. And they actually
Right.
say that they make each other happy and love each other, and I'm like, wow, communication.
Wow, this-
Oh my gosh.
it's finally happening. We're making a decent relationship.
What is this? Warriors?
Don't eat my
No.
box. Hey.
Winnie! Winnie!
I'm sorry if that's like making a lot of noise.
No, it's not. I just hear her little bell, and I'm like,
Winnie, no.
she's cute. And I just,
There's like little stringies hanging off the cardboard, and she's trying to eat them. Even though she
Oh,
just
delicious.
ate. I fed you, don't lie. She just likes putting things in her mouth.
That's Chester.
So she's a baby?
Yeah.
So she is a toddler?
Chester gets into everything that's dangerous.
Listen, cats are not, by and large, intelligent animals, okay?
Cats
Preach
can be
it.
large, but they aren't intelligent.
Like, on average, cats are kind of stupid, and it's okay because we still love them.
It's true.
But they are kind of dumb.
Yeah. Yeah, same can be said for dogs, though.
Yeah.
Yeah, dogs are big. That's it.
Yeah, only
Depends more on like the breed of dog, I think, because like
Yeah.
my cat is definitely smarter than my mom's Yorkie, but definitely not as smart as my husky German Shepherd mix.
yeah. Although I think the creature I consistently don't think is dumb as a pet is probably my rats.
Oh no, they're
Rats
super
are
smart.
super smart.
Yeah, like I will never think of you guys as dumb because you're very smart boys.
Like, rats actually learn from their mistakes.
Yeah.
I don't know, I think my
cat.
boys are dumb.
Did you
Cats
guys
will
know,
just keep doing the same shit.
did you know that rats can't throw up? They can't vomit.
Oh, really?
So,
Oh no!
so the way that they try to make sure they're going to be safe is one, if they see, like, this doesn't happen for pet rats, but one, if they see a dead rat somewhere, they sniff its breath to see what it might have eaten so they can know what that smell is. And B, they always just test new food a little bit, like they'll eat a tiny bit and then go walk away from it and come back to it if they deem it safe, like if it didn't
Oh,
cause
that is
any
clever.
troubles. They're
Rats
cool.
are just so good. Such good boys and girls.
They really are. I love them. I have two, and I will never not own a rat. I feel like at this point. I mean, that's probably not true either. But I want to adopt baby rats when these guys inevitably pass.
Small friends.
What did she do? I just hear noise behind me. Oh.
Well,
And there she goes.
There she goes.
Yeah, Ray just came in, so she's gotta go sniff around him, see what he's doing.
Like, wait, what? No. You must investigate.
Alright, he's going to work. Let's see if she rubs on his shoes. She might rub on him, like, not on your feet, though.
Yeah.
No, just kind of circling his legs.
My shoes are in front.
Oh, okay.
Nope, she just rubs on my feet instead.
Alright. Makes sense. Have a good day.
Oh, I've been waiting weeks to talk about this movie, but y'all, Heaven and Earth Magic.
What the fuck?
I haven't touched it yet. haven't had time for a full animation pilgrimage.
Speaking of Monica Maggie, I watched that, and that kind of gives you a little bit of.
Oh.
I think that was one of my favorite animation pilgrimage I've watched, just because the confusion was so amazing.
The intro was like pretty great.
I did appreciate just the tweet that announced it. It's like, yes, this is what our eyeballs watched. Cheeky. This is the movie our eyeballs saw.
It is a wild ride, and by wild ride, I mean, like, boredom into, like, the most asinine plot. If you can even call it that.
oh jeez.
Like, Sean and I started
The
watching it, and,
60s
like,
were good for
immediately our
music and
eyes
nothing
just
else.
glaze over.
Oh.
I hate the artistic movement of the 60s, like, so much.
It's so bad.
I'm just not a huge fan of, like, modern, quote-unquote, artwork.
Mm-hmm.
Like, Duchamp or whoever the fuck who just, like, sent a urinal to a museum.
Yeah.
What
Was it a urinal or a toilet seat cover?
What kills me about Heaven and Earth Magic is, like you heard in the review, Sean and I were trying to, like, take the movie seriously and trying to figure out what it was trying to say. But no! Like, it's literal! It's not a metaphor or symbolism for anything. It just takes itself 1,000% seriously. And I'm just like, what? But this doesn't mean anything!
No. Oh no.
It only has the meaning that you assign to it. Get out of the box. She
Yes,
won't
the
learn.
meaning you assign to it is get out of the box.
Get your mind out of the box and
And into what? Bullshit?
I don't know. Yeah, make something in there. She just keeps chewing on the box. She thinks she can break me.
Guys, I've finally done it. I have 10 graduate schools that I've gotten positive email replies from and I can apply to. I have a decent shot at.
Oh,
10.
bless.
The number of 10. I'm still waiting on another 5 replies, but I've had positive feedback from
Winnie, stop.
Positive feedback from the graduate faculty.
Snow.
Ooh, Morning Snow. Okay, Morning Snow, you're next. I didn't really get a chance to look at everybody's requests all that well, but you've got like a Nightfire, a Skywing, and a Nightwing combo. That's awesome.
Yep. Thank you.
Winnie, you think you can win this, but I can touch your belly. Oh, you hate it and you love it at the same time.
I've heard things about cats with the belly thing. Is like sometimes like cats like let you touch their bellies, but like they really don't want you to. It's more like they reveal their belly to you because they trust you, because it's a vulnerable part of their body, so they're just trying to show trust. And then it's like you violate that trust by like touching their tummy. They're like, "What the fuck?"
Well, she was foolish to trust me. I don't know what else to say. You made a bad decision, and she's just going to keep making that bad decision because she's a cat.
Cat bellies are very soft.
They are.
Some cats do like it. Cats legit like want a belly rub.
Yeah. I have a cat. He's a tiger. He's big and boofy, and I love him. And he'll just roll over and stretch out, and he'll let me just like rub his belly, and it's so soft.
Mm-hmm.
I just want to do that forever. He's currently hiding out in my garage, so. Tiger, come back!
Man, I'm so excited. I'm also terrified. Grad school applications.
It'll be good.
I'm excited simultaneously though. That's like the worst. That's like the most confusing part of this. Is like I ask them all about what their research is about, and I like get more information. And I'm like, oh my god, I'm so hyped, and I could work in that. And then I'm like, but I have to apply, and there are hundreds of other applicants, and only 5 positions, and
oh god.
One acceptance rate is as low as 3.1%.
Ugh.
Mm-hmm.
Well, good luck.
Thanks. I think I'm gonna get it. And I have a backup plan for if I don't. But it's clinical psych programs are in high demand, and there are demand because everyone wants to be a therapist.
I don't.
Most people who go into psych because they want to be a therapist and don't realize what's going on. Oh hey, Tiffany is in the chat because I just saw her doing mod things.
Lovely.
Our friend.
One day we'll do another D&D campaign.
Yeah. Oh my god, yes we will. One day I'll actually get to maybe writing some and we will do another D&D campaign.
Did I just hear D&D be mentioned?
Yes.
Good.
We did. Did you know that Warrior Cats books used to come out with like an adventure game like subplot thing? Because
I think Apollo told that once. Apollo, did you?
I think it's been mentioned in these live streams at least once or twice.
Yeah.
Okay. I remember like you saying something about that.
But so, Tennille, Avalon, and I, and Captain Morwen, aka Tiffany, did one of them and like modified the rules a little, tried to make it a little D&D. Like we're like, this is good. Like, we could see the potential.
We could fix it.
Yeah, it's like we see the potential for a lot of fun here, but it's not
quite there.
It's like we had fun and it was like the was short-lived. Why?
D&D has been my current obsession for like 2 months now, and it's sort of insane. The other day, I impulsively bought 6 sets of dice because I had $20. My mom let me.
Yeah.
So
Dice. You can buy dice all the time.
they're great. I go to a game store near my house there, and I play Utter Disaster, who 1 month I might like request on a stream, but she's a tiefling ranger who killed 2 people and has like serious regrets about that, and has like she's a mess, and I love her. I love playing her. She's so good.
I'm having a little fun in the chat because I like people who kept asking what Tennille was drawing, and I was like, here, she's drawing a dragon.
Dragon time.
I was like, specifically a Nightwing and Skywing hybrid dragon from Wings of Fire, and then I was like, oh shit, I left caps lock on.
You're really excited about it.
I'm always loud. This is who I am.
I really want to read Wings of Fire, and I've taken a break from Warriors. New Prophecy is killing me to try and get through, so I might just read Wings of Fire and come back to Warriors.
I would do that. Wings of Fire is like Warriors, but lives up to its potential.
Nice. So I have a friend who's really into Wings of Fire, and he's like, read it, stars. And I'm like, okay, I have cat books to get through first. And he's like,
drop the cat book!
But do you have cat books to get to?
What?
But do you have more cat books to get to? Do you really?
You will always have more cat books because there's too many of them.
That's true. That's so true. I haven't even read them all.
Hell is made of cat books.
I've been in them since the middle of New Prophecy. I think I got into them just before. Oh, what was the one after? Oh shoot! Whatever was the 4th book of the New Prophecy, that was the one I came in like just before it published.
Oh, Starlight.
It's on my bookshelf. What's it called?
Yeah, Starlight. Yeah. So I got into Warriors like just before Starlight was coming out. Like, I caught up really quick and managed to get a hardback of Starlight.
You and I started just around the same time then, because I started reading when Twilight was still, which is the next book after that one, when Twilight was still just a hardcover.
Oh, okay.
Or at least that's the point where I caught up and then I was like, wait, what?
Yeah. I started reading in 2006. Like, late 2006. So, I don't know if you can put a time stamp on yours. Like, I can only put a time stamp on mine because it was related to other events, but yeah.
Yes.
I don't actually know what books were coming out at the time I started, because I only started to read the first series when I was in year 6. I have no idea what the American equivalent is. I don't understand American aging school stuff.
That's okay, we don't understand yours either.
Year 6 is end of primary school, so you're what?
So that would be grade 6.
12, 11. Right.
Yeah, that'd be grade 6 here.
I thought. Never understand that.
Maybe, I don't know.
I got into the first series because a friend of mine was reading them, and I'm like, ooh, there's a cat on the cover, what's that?
And now she's in the box. There's room for her and the mic in the box.
Yeah, no, the only reason I know that Starlight was coming out was just because I have it as hardcover. It's the first book I have as hardcover.
Yeah, Twilight's the same. Same for me.
Yeah.
I have no idea what point I
Yeah, Crow for this trial is out. I just saw that question pop up on chat, so I decided to answer. Very suddenly.
Series in middle school, and I didn't realize there was more until 2 years ago.
Oh.
So I'm behind 10 years.
No need to worry about that. Shoot, I've been reading Warriors for 12 years.
That's like
Yeah,
as long
I know,
as
right?
we've been alive. I'm really scared.
I've been reading Warriors for a dozen years.
Yeah, well, Water, like, I've been writing Warriors fanfic with Morrowind for 10 years.
I know, but I've been writing Warriors fanfic for 10 years too. I just wasn't with you guys at first.
Yeah.
Oh gosh.
Isn't that just like, oh god.
Oh.
Where is my innocent youth gone?
What if Warriors is still going on and my niece starts reading it and I have to tell her I've been reading them for longer than she's lived?
It'll be like the Pokemon stuff.
Yeah.
Sure, it would be like Pokemon.
My uncle was into Pokemon. He's like what got me into Pokemon. So, thanks, Uncle. You're not watching this video. Thanks.
Oh, Tiffany, no need to feel bad. So is my sister. She was also 30 this year.
Okay, sorry. Once she figured out getting in the box, that was just not good.
Yeah, is correct. That is not good. It's like my rats figuring out, like, well, they can't figure out how to get out of the cage yet, which they shouldn't. They shouldn't be able to. But they figured out lots of other things that's worrisome, like, oh, I can jump off your leg at any point? Okay.
When he gets out of the box.
I'm like, wait, no, you can't go where you're going right now.
Come on, Win.
They also sometimes manage to steal another yogi out of my hand, which is bad because they're not supposed to have more than one yogi a night because they're super sugary.
Oh yeah, that's not good.
Yeah.
I'm just entranced right now. I'm just watching Tennille do her thing and I'm just entranced.
It's so soothing.
Trying to ignore how long I've been in years.
It's been so long that we've been in cat hell.
I've been into Warriors longer than longer than half of my life.
Right?
Oh, jeez, when you put it that way. And I didn't even like a good chunk of it.
The real Warriors movie.
When I read them the first time going around, but like now I'm like, I don't know. Like I know I disliked a lot of what was like some of what happened too. It's like, oh gosh, what if I done like half of my life?
The appeal of Warriors has always been the world itself.
That's so true. Yeah. Which is what makes it so fun to write fanfic for it and to read fanfic for it.
Yeah.
I also want to take a moment to appreciate No Nonsense Tiffany, because at one moment somebody like asked her why they were like timed out or something, and I didn't even see that message, and she just went, "Don't be so aggressive and you won't get time out." And I'm like, "Yep, no nonsense, Tiff."
Hell yeah.
Y'all think I'm strict in the chat, but you don't even know.
Oh, y'all are lucky I'm not the one modding the chat, cause y'all
trust
be
me, I'm
banned.
not very. I sure as heck ain't nice. I don't ban anyone, but I sure as heck ain't nice.
Like, I am ready constantly to just drop that hammer.
Yeah.
My fingers just hovering.
I get a rush from the power. Don't put me in charge of a small nation.
Okay. Noted.
No dictatorships. No dictatorships for Avalon.
Have to be consistently reminded of this.
Gosh, this little night and skywing dragon is so cute.
Having a good time down there.
I love its little expression. It's just like, yeah!
I want to do more of the Wings of Fire designs.
Yes, I'm here for that.
Already did Clay, you already did the best dragon.
I know nothing about him other than he looks like a friend, so 10 out of 10 for me.
That is pretty much it. He looks like a friend.
Yeah.
I like how Sunny's thing concluded. I liked how they got in the... Like, I felt like that was an appropriate way to introduce hybrids.
Mm-hmm. Agreed.
But I haven't like started the second arc yet, but you know.
I remember like specifically not telling you about hybrids until we got to Brightest Night.
Right, because I'm like, are they a thing? Because they don't bring it up. I'm like, it's gotta be a thing.
Like, they have to be able to interbreed, right?
Yeah.
And I'm just biting my tongue like... For most of those reviews so far, I've had to do that. Now we're on the same page.
Sorry.
You were like, how bad do you think Darkness of Dragons is? And I'm just like... Wait for it, you'll get there.
No, man, Darkness of Dragons.
I need to get there. I need to get back into reading them. I'm also just trying to, like... I also need to read Avalon's books, because I recently bought them, and I need so much I want to read.
I am waiting, like, with my fingers all tittering.
I really want to read Cloudless Rain.
I want everyone to read it, especially for some reason I feel like Warriors fans will get a kick out of it, so I'm like, it's nothing like Warriors, but at the same time I feel like the overlap would be real.
Well, the other thing I really need to read is there's this, like, textbook but / self-help book that one of the people I'm applying to grad school wrote, and, like, if I read it, then I can include it in my personal statement, and maybe he'll like me.
I guarantee that will work combined with your resume.
So, I need to read that at some point. There's so many. That means if Catching Up to Wings of Fire is like the other thing I've got, that means I have like 17 books on my to read right now.
So many books.
17 books. Just putting that out there, and that's 17 books on my to read right now. Like, I have other books that I've been wanting to read. Like, there's a book about an assassin in my bookshelf that I haven't even touched. Sorry, continue.
Oh wait, who's next?
I don't know.
Avalon or Apollo? Go.
Alright, I'm taking it.
Go for it.
I know that I have the Kingdom Hearts novelizations coming up in my to-read list.
Ah! Oh, they're doing
and I'm gonna be talking about them.
Just like, from what I've seen of the fandom, I'm going to piss off so many of them because I'm breaking it down into like 2 videos. Where the first one is just going to be talking about like the characters and like the emotional aspect, and then the second video will just be like the plot and what actually happens in these books. And the most of the first video is Riku is gay and here's why. And I'm gonna piss so many people off with that.
I feel like talking to me about that.
I feel like reading the books, you just can't ignore. Like, yeah, in the games maybe you could ignore that, but in the books it's like.
But even in the games, like you can make a case for Sora or really anyone else not being gay, but like Riku.
Riku though.
Riku is.
Boy doesn't know what to do when a girl hugs him. It's pretty gay.
Yeah.
Like, I'm not even really going to very much depth on Dream Drop Distance because I don't have the book of that. So I'm not even really going to bring up most of it.
And he is at his gayest.
Like, Dream Drop Distance and Recoded are like the gayest. I'm like, I'm sure that in Kingdom Hearts 3, if any pairing becomes canon, it'll be Sora and Kairi. That's been telegraphed a mile away. But the crux of the story of Kingdom Hearts is Riku and Sora's relationship, whether it's platonic or romantic.
Yeah.
So you could definitely say that Sora's feelings for Riku are only platonic, which I would argue against, but that's just my personal interpretation. But looking at the actual canon of the books and stuff, Riku gay. Like, these books are super gay. When you get his perspective in Chain of Memories, it's nuts.
I need to continue watching that playthrough. There's so much I want to watch. I just haven't been
Riku
able.
without the filter.
Like, you get the characters' internal monologues, and Riku's internal monologue is just, I want to see Sora, I want to see Sora, I want to see Sora, like, constantly. There's a quote where he says, even more than Kairi, quote, I want to see Sora.
Yeah.
And they make it very, very clear that his whole thing in Kingdom Hearts 1 wasn't that he was jealous of Sora because Kairi liked him. He was jealous because he thought that his two friends were leaving him behind.
Which, I mean, like, Kairi...
Which is not wrong, because Kairi shows up and she's like, hey Sora, let's live together and leave Riku behind. And I'm like, the fuck?
Yeah. His fear is not unfounded.
Like, he does exactly the wrong thing about it, but it's rational that he has that fear.
Yeah. But I mean, also, like, Sora would never leave Riku behind.
Yeah, but, like, Riku doesn't know that, because in Kingdom Hearts 1, Sora doesn't talk about his feelings.
Yeah.
Kingdom Hearts 1, Sora's just as much kind of a little shit as Riku is.
Yeah, but on the good side.
Yeah, like, not as much, but a bit. But yeah, it's just, so many people are gonna be mad. I'm gonna get so many, they're not gay comments, and I'm like, I'm not saying they are, I'm saying Riku definitely is.
Yeah.
This is gonna be wild.
It's gonna be a time, I'm ready for it.
But like, book-wise, I would argue for Sora probably being bi as well, because there are several points in those books where Sora thinks about Riku and blushes, or Sora talks to Riku and gets bashful for a second. I'm like, that's not...
Like, you didn't need to do that!
It's really heterosexual behavior.
I'm like, listen, I've seen Sora around his friends. That's not it.
And for the record, I'd totally be down for them all being poly. Like, friends to the end. Poly relationship.
Yeah.
This is, like, one of the few that I'm like, yep, I see it.
Yeah.
Like, Kairi's just here to make you two figure your shit out and also be adorable in her own right.
Oh my god.
Stay out of the box.
I like poly ships in general because I think they're interesting and they're not something you see often. So, I don't know.
Yeah, no, I agree.
The idea of them. I mean,
I'm not much of a shipper. I have, like, my few select ships, but like, I'm not much of a shipper with other people's characters, but I'm a big shipper of my own characters. I am all for with my own characters. Like, to the point where, like, I can ship my boy Orion with so many people, and I'm just like, yes, it entirely works. Orion is a sweetheart.
Isn't he based on Captain Jack, though? Like,
he is, but like he's moved away so much by this point. It's like you can see it there still to a degree, but like he's changed so much. It's insane. He's like so much sweeter and softer than Captain Jack will ever be. I love him, but Orion's just such a softie.
I feel I ship Spotted Star Golden Pelt so hard. But it's not
the funniest thing, because it's not even the end game you wrote.
Oh no, because like on a fundamental level, like they cannot be together, and that's why I ship it so hard. Because the angst is so real.
And good old Aang. But I'm just awful with Orion. I can ship him with so many people, which is why he ended up in a poly ship. Because it's like, he loves Lucid, and he loves Study, and there is no way that, like, he could pick between them, and luckily Study is like, well, you're a future dude, you can try that, like, multiple dating thing. And Orion's just like, I have the best boyfriend in the world. He's so pleased.
Yeah, I'm like, God damn it, not again. She's in the box.
Winnie! Winnie!
Well, she can fit in the box. She's small enough, but I think she might just want to be in the box, honestly.
Of course she does. She's a cat.
I'm gonna just try taking the microphone out of the box and just holding it. I'm not getting anything done. Is that better? You're just gonna lay down in the box. Okay, that's what she wanted. There we go. But yeah, like I'm super particular about shipping my characters, but then when it comes to other people's things, I'm just like, I ship literally everything. Don't worry about it. Just if it exists, I ship it. It's fine.
Well, yeah, I guess I should clarify. It's not that like I actually want to ever see Spotted Star and Golden Pelt be together, because that would be miserable and like the worst thing ever. But it's the fact that they're
think about.
It's fun to think about, and their character dynamics with each other are some of the most fun things to write about.
True. Yeah.
I'm just looking through to see if you're drawing my character right now, because I think I might be the only one who requested a human.
I am drawing your character right now.
Alright, speaking of shipping, I ship Bolton and Aereka so hard.
Yep.
And it was torture because it wasn't going to be canon.
Oh, but you're in charge of it. You can make it canon. I've been there and done that.
I'm not in charge of anything.
Well, I mean, that's a mood, but like...
Well, like, they don't end up, like... From my understanding, they don't end up, like, together, but they end up, like, still a family unit.
Yeah, like, they're still definitely a family unit, but it's like... Bolton's been in love with Aereka for literal years, and Aereka's just like, sorry.
I didn't know I was
and he
shipping my
is too,
own
he's like
boyfriend.
legitimately so sorry that he's not.
Yeah. But they're still a family unit. It's still good. It's still
yeah,
good.
they're still fine.
Like, years and years ago, I have my boy Braslov and Vladimir, and they sort of actual humans. And I sort of crack shipped them for a while, like, lol, this would be a fun AU. And then I got in too deep. Like,
as
shit.
you do.
These boys are good, they're so good. So I made it like canon, but it's like kept a secret. But then it's like, nah, fuck it, they tell everybody. And now it's just like a firmly established point of the universe that's like, I can't imagine it not existing. Just good boys, and Braslov gets to be happy, and Vladimir gets to be happy, and everybody gets to be happy, and it's lovely. Like,
honestly, that mood though, because like Anne and Nicholas were not supposed to be a thing.
But they ended up there.
Yeah, like not in their book at least, but I'm like, oh god, they're too cute.
Yeah.
It had to happen.
And then so many years later, after the book takes place, here's a bunch of Dravels.
Like, the problem with Agents to me is that, like, I love the concept of it, because although they're technically, like, secret agents and do sort of, like, special opsy kind of stuff, the focus is the fact that you've got these 5 men who are all lonely in their various ways, who end up becoming, like, best friend found family unit, and it's really good for all of them. But at the same time, I don't know how to work that into a concrete plot. So I'm just like, I love these boys and their relationships and how it develops, but how the Do I write it? I have no idea.
God, I am
go on.
such a sucker for found family stories.
I am
You
not
gotta
killing
kill one
anybody.
and then watch the others react.
Listen, I did that in the original version and it made me cry, so I'm not doing it.
That's how you know you're on the right track.
They've had such a rough time. I can't. Like, if I was gonna kill off any of them, it would probably be Toby, because he died first anyway. But, like, it would just be so sad, and it wouldn't. None of them would. No, I can't.
You gotta do it.
Honestly, right now, everyone's like sending me messages being like, oh, who are the point of view characters for the other books in the series? And I'm like, if that's your way of asking who survives the first volume,
Let's
don't necessarily go in chronological order, so.
Oh, that's cruel.
You got him bamboozled.
It's
I'm
just like,
you think everyone lives. Place your bets who's gonna die.
All of them.
they just all die.
The child.
All dead.
No.
The child. That's
Okay,
my
but like, I will admit though that like, when we were reading over it for the beta run, like halfway through, everyone was like, Jesus Christ, Erica is set up to die so much. And I'm like, we'll just have to see on that one.
No, what are you talking about?
I'm literally just here to give you all anxiety over who's gonna die.
If you won't let the boy be happy, I will steal him from you, and you're not allowed him until you treat him right.
People think they can do that for everyone's OC. It's just sad that they can't. Everyone wants to.
As he literally starts off so bad, though, I don't really know. You're gonna get like 2 chapters in and be like, nope, he's mine now.
He's mine.
That otter thing just went no creative person nice to their OCs, so I'm gonna say 90% of the characters die.
I mean, like, I was talking to my grandma the other day, and she's like, "Oh, characters have a horrible time." I'm like, "Yes, because there needs to be conflict, or everything's boring." There's no issues, there's no story. It's like, yes, everybody's losing limbs and partners and lives, and I don't know.
Not everything can be a slow burn AU coffee shop.
Exactly.
Someone's gotta die.
Yeah, I remember when
Stop saying that with Kingdom Hearts 3 so close.
No one can die in Kingdom Hearts. They're literally bringing back everyone who's died up to this point.
Yeah.
Freaking Demix is back, and I'm like, who will let you in here?
Who let you in?
Who trusted you to be a minion?
He's like the back door was
Taylor just
open.
wants to be that pretty.
Oh, I'm gonna trap Winnie in the box. She's pulling it or she's pulling it shut slowly. I'm gonna just close it on her. What now? What now, Winnie? She's just curled up under the top. She's fine. She
Okay, I'm
seems
doing
happy.
the random
Okay.
generator one more time.
That's probably a good system.
Yeah,
What if
that
I
way
did
it's not first come, first serve.
Yeah. Because I usually end up posting early, and I kind of started to feel bad because, like, streams I didn't end up on, like, even being at, and, like, you had a drawing.
Uh-huh.
I think random number generator's best way to go.
And Echo Cave with Lily Cloud.
Woo!
Yeah.
Oh, yay.
I really like
Say it again, I
Cloud.
love that name.
Yeah, it's such a nice name. Yeah, I like it.
I remember.
I literally have a character with a snap name. Although she's a pseudo villain, she's kind of a bitch.
I remember one of my very first original characters, like, wanted to write a book, had mind control powers, lived in the Granite Valley powers. He felt terrible because he thought that he'd forced the love of his life to love him. And then, like, in his anger, lost control of his power, and, like, anger at himself and, like, shame, ended up making somebody else give him a horrible wound and like slashed his eye. And like that was my backstory for this character, and he like ran away and was like, everyone's gonna be better off without me, and lives alone in a Granite Valley.
That's cheerful.
That is my first like actual original character that's like a true character.
Yeah, Lily Cloud is a deputy of her clan, but she was given the role without warning, basically. Like, she was not in the running at all.
Oh no.
Like, basically what had happened was, her leader had called an attack on another clan, and she was the only one who spoke out against this, and like there are multiple times she's spoken out against the leader and been correct, and it turns out she was right in this case, and it gets the deputy killed. So the leader, Ravenstar, is like, you know what? You've been right all these times. You're deputy now. And she's like, what?
This is your job.
Like, wait, no. I just wanted to warn people. I didn't want to be like.
Now I'm obligated to tell you that you're fucking up.
Yeah.
You're deputy now.
I didn't want to be. I didn't want to be in charge of the other things either. Like, no.
Like, no. And like, her brother was in the running for deputy, basically, and he fucking hates her after that.
Aww.
She never, like, he was never great to her, but it's like, this ruins everything.
Aww.
And then they get into a fight, and then she accidentally kills him. So.
Oh.
Yeah, they get into a fight, and like, he's yelling at her. She kicks him off, and he lands on a rock. And she's just like, oh no. And there's a stream nearby, and she just puts him there. So her scent's washed off. And it's like...
Oh, she holly-leafed it.
Yeah. She's just like, just stand there, scent's washed off. I'm gonna run now. She's just... And the situations keep happening where it's like she slowly gets used to her position as deputy and enjoys it, and she likes power a little bit. Like, but like,
she's our anti-hero.
A tiny taste of power.
Like, and eventually the leader, Ravenstar's like, maybe I shouldn't have made you deputy, and by that point she's like, fuck that.
And you can't take back now, bitch.
Yeah, I think this, like, Ravenstar is her name, and she kind of goes the way of, Bluestar, not entirely, but like, she gets sick at the end of her life, and Lily Cloud slowly supersedes her as controlling the clan and leading it in her place, and she's very good at fostering loyalty out of cats, like making them feel like they owe her or like her a lot.
Yeah.
Solid.
Neat. I like her even more now.
Yeah,
I'm just hearing this, and like, the most I've done to my characters is just put them through some good emotional trauma.
Oh, yeah.
Oh.
Lily Cloud like goes through shit.
Hold on. That otter thing just went on the chat. It's like, no take backsies, Peter Chan.
I love it.
The right. Nope, not wrong.
But yeah, Lily Cloud like slowly becomes a worse and worse person in some ways, but she's doing good things for other cats to make them loyal to her, and like, she has two best friends that
more manipulative.
Yeah, like, and she's consistently putting up a front, sort of, and can't really find anyone within the clan to emotionally connect to anymore, because after she became deputy, she rose above them in some way, and certain people resent, and she started becoming friends with an unpopular cat, the other cat who might have become deputy, Hailclaw. He got the former deputy was his dad, and he's kind of the cause of him dying. And he got immediately unpopular after that entire fight, but she turned to him and was like, help me be deputy, because I don't know what I'm doing.
Yeah.
But yeah, she was his one friend still within Thorn Clan, so he becomes very loyal to her. Later on, she helps save some cats who are running from another clan, and they become fiercely loyal to her. So and after she supersedes Ravenstar, basically, everyone starts seeing her more and more as a leader, and starts seeing more and more of Ravenstar's mistakes over the good she's done because of how Woolly Cloud is leading them.
Yeah.
So
fun story.
Yeah, and also the medicine cat is on her side entirely because she has repeatedly sided with her in certain arguments. And that's just... So she's someone who's like, I will be friendly to get you on my side.
Mm-hmm.
But she will kill people.
Cordial.
I mean, it's warriors.
Yeah.
I don't have a complete solid idea of her kill list, but it's like, I know Ravenstar eventually sorta ends up killed by her, and then fed to foxes.
Wow.
It's just like, okay, she's dead, we need to get her evidence. Cover the evidence real quick.
Alright, there we go.
Hey, he's pretty.
This thing!
Oh, good grief.
I've yawned every 2 minutes consistently for like the last 2 hours. It's almost like it's 1:20 in the morning in the UK.
Oh my goodness!
Oh no.
Jesus Christ.
Well, then we need to stop so poor Apollo can go to bed.
No. Fine. Keep going. This is one.
Well, I mean, I think we are going to end up stopping here, because I've got to eat supper, and then we're actually going to be recording Super Mario Party to go up on Sean's channel tomorrow.
Oh my god! Super Mario Party did just come out.
Oh god, yes,
I'm
chaos.
not buying it yet because of things. I don't. Oh man, I can't buy it yet because I'm spending my money on The World Ends With You and Pokemon Let's Go Eevee. But if I get more money than the money I'm getting, then I'm gonna get it.
Yeah. So I'll put these in the Discord for all you guys. But other than that, I think we are gonna go ahead and stop the stream.
All right.
Okay.
Good. This has been fun, guys.
Catch up.
Good time.
Yeah.
Alright.
Bye, Chad.
Bye.
Bye, Chad.